So while government has announced that e-tolls will be scrapped, Gauteng motorists are concerned about whether they'll get their money back. Motorists and civil society organizations have been against the system since its inception, leading to non-payment of e-tolls. But now those who have been paying or had been paying say that they should be refunded. So for more on this, we're joined this morning by Cosatu's Gauteng chairperson, Amos Monyela. Amos, it's about 20%, I believe the figure is, actually lower than that, around 17% of motorists who had been paying their e-tolls bills. And that's the big question, isn't it? If I've been paying and the system is now scrapped, do I get my money back?
Good morning to you, Michelle, and your viewers. Quite a strange question in the morning. If we are to remember the stance of Cosatu as it relates to this unjust law or policy of government, the user-payer system, even though it was law, we said it was an unjust law and people should not pay the e-tolls, and we fight government to the last end. And there were people who elected to go and pay the e-tolls and had some benefits on the toll gates of this country. If you remember, if you're paying e-tolls, if you're paying for e-tolls, when you go to the toll gates, the normal toll gates that we know, you'll just pass. You'll be a first citizen when you get in there, and the working class will just wait and queue, long queues, in order for them to pay for the toll gate. So we think you can't have it both sides. From our side, as the Federation, we said people should not pay the e-tolls. So let's fight together this unjust policy of government. And for the past 9 years, we did so. So we say we cannot get it both sides. We cannot get a bread butter both sides. So those who have paid, thank you very much. You've paid. You decided to be a law-abiding citizen above all other citizens who felt that we can't go this way. We have to take the government head on, and we did. If you remember, some of us were prepared to be in jail to get the e-tolls law scrapped. We're prepared. We said it on numerous occasions that if government will start to arrest, remember there was at a time when Sandra was to issue summons to people, and then we fought and said, if we're going to arrest, so Cosatu, even myself as the leader of the campaign, I will be the first one to be arrested and go to jail because we did not follow the law. So we don't think that we need to have a big debate on government paying back or the refunds for those who have been paying for the e-tolls.
So Amos, wait. So you're saying if I've been paying e-tolls, my e-tolls bill, that actually I should have been standing with the rest, or the majority of the country, the majority of motorists in Gauteng, to say, no, I'm not paying. I should have been taking that stand alongside my fellow motorists. And now that I've decided to go outside of that and pay my e-tolls bills, you're essentially saying I'm on my own.
Precisely. Look, here is the law, and we're not going to argue the law. The law must be followed. And we must abide to the law and be law-abiding citizens. But then we're saying, look, South Africa, this law is unjust. First and foremost, its consultation was not proper. So it did not reach the last person for consultation. It is taking away the infrastructure of the people who have been using these roads or this infrastructure to and from work, going to visit friends. So we are opposing this law. So we need everyone, motorists, non-motorists, let's rally behind this because we are in democracy. So let's rally behind this thing and reject this law. If it means that we are arrested for rejecting this law, let it be. Nelson Mandela was arrested for rejecting the law. Our leadership in government, most of them were arrested for rejecting an unjust law. So when you sit and say, I'm going to pay, I'm part of the elites, I have got money to pay an unjust law and get the benefits out of that. So who is going to reverse the benefits that you've been getting, as I've already explained earlier? So we were leading a class struggle. We wanted everybody, and the elites, moved away from the class struggle and supported an unjust policy. And now that they've supported an unjust policy, we use our techies. They are finished now. We used to close the roads in Gauteng. They were hooting, passing people who were fighting. Now that the working class have won, they want the same benefit of the working class. It cannot go like that. Let them not harass government. When we're harassing government, they were enjoying themselves.
Amos, I mean, those letters that you get for your e-tolls bills, they are incredibly intimidating, aren't they? I mean, in some sense, you can't blame people for cowing down and paying the bill.
Well, we received a number of them, and we said, if we will be people who are going to jail for this, let it be. And we've been on radio, on TV, everywhere, telling people, just don't do it. So just don't pay it. We don't think that we should pay. So we're ready to go to jail. Even for them, we're ready. If we're going to go to the dock, we're going to be the first one. We're going to send our members in the dock. All of us at the same time harass the courts that are taking us into the work. We had a plan to deal with this thing. We've told people that we'll never pay this thing. This should be the biggest campaign ever in our country. So we do not understand. I mean, that letter for me was not intimidating. It was just any other letter, which you either comply or you don't comply. We've already taken a different route. We are not going to comply.
Amos Monyela taking a hard line there. Just a reminder for you, out of the organization Undoing Tax Abuse, it also protested quite vehemently against the e-toll system. It agrees in some ways with what Amos Monyela is telling us this morning, that there is a very, very slim chance that if you've been paying your e-tolls, that you will be refunded. Cosatu Gauteng chairperson Amos Monyela, thanks very much indeed.